So, Jason, at what age would you like to retire?
60.
Okay. And what's your current age?
27.
And do you want to count on Social Security for your retirement?
No.
No. And why is that?
Just not going to be there.
Probably not going to be there? Okay. Now, if you were to retire today, how much money would you need coming in monthly? Would you want at least 100% of what you're currently making?
Yeah.
You would. So how much is that monthly?
4,500.
Okay. And do you currently have a 401k at work?
Yes.
You do. Okay. And if you just ballpark me on.
Let's say 35,000.
Okay. And do you make a monthly contribution to it?
Yeah, I do 5%.
5%. And do they match that 5%?
Yeah, they match the full 5%.
Now, do you have any old 401ks from previous employers?
I actually do.
You do. How much do you have there?
I have about 12,000 there.
About 12,000. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Now, we also help families establish emergency funds, and experts recommend 3 to 6 months of living expenses set aside in the case of an emergency or a loss of income. Do y'all have a specific account set up as an emergency funds account?
No.
No. Now, do y'all have a checking and or savings account?
Yeah, I have both.
Okay. And if you just had to ballpark as to how much you have in there, what would you say?
900.
900. Okay. Now, do y'all currently carry any life insurance outside of work?
No, we don't.
All right. And do you have any through work?
Yes, I do.
You do. About how much do y'all have there?
One time your salary.
Which is about
50,000.
50,000. Okay. And are you having to pay anything for that?
No, that's free.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this. As far as your life insurance through work, what happens to your group coverage if you were to leave your employer?
I would lose it.
You would lose it? Okay. So that's why we recommend that you don't rely on your group insurance fully for your family's protection in case you were to change jobs, lose your job, or if the company changed benefits.
Right.
So would you agree that it just kind of makes sense to own your own program that you can control and take with you no matter where you go?
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, as far as your net monthly income or take-home pay, is that $4,500?
Yeah.
All right. And now, if you were to die prematurely, how much money would your family need coming in on a monthly basis?
They would need all of it.
They would need 100%? Okay. And what's your date of birth?
June 6, 1986.
And do you use tobacco?
No.
Okay. Now, do you normally get a tax refund?
Yeah.
You do? Okay. How much do you normally get back?
I get about $3,000 now.
3,000. All right. Now, Jason, what do you feel your most valuable asset is?
My house.
The house, okay. And normally whenever we ask that question, that's typically the answer that we get about 100% of the time. Your house is actually your second most valuable asset. Your first most valuable asset is actually going to be you. It's your ability to earn income.
Okay.
Because if, God forbid, if something happened to you, if you died yesterday, income stopped coming in today, could you even keep the house?
No.
Okay. So let me show you something real quick. Right here, this is your house.
Okay.
This is your car. And then this is you. Now, do you currently have insurance on the house? Do you have homeowners insurance?
Yeah.
You do. Why is that?
Just in case something happens.
Okay. Now, do you also have auto insurance?
Yep.
You do. Why is that?
Want to make sure if something happens, I give me another one.
Okay. And so right now you have the house protected and you have the car protected.
Okay.
But the one thing right now that's paying for both of those isn't protected. So
It's
what if something happened to you? What would happen to those?
It's gone.
So if it makes sense to protect those two things, wouldn't you say it also makes sense to protect your most valuable asset?
Yeah.
That's why experts recommend 8 to 10 times the amount of your income in life insurance. So, for example, if you made $50,000 per year, you should have $500,000 of income protection or income replacement.
Okay.
And so when a family like yours doesn't have any life insurance outside of work or is underinsured, usually it's just due to one of the following reasons. Just didn't understand it, didn't think they could afford it, or just didn't get around to it. What would you say best describes you?
I would say A and B.
A and B?
Yeah.
Okay. Which is normally the answer we get most of the time. Okay? Now, from a debt standpoint, consumer debt, personal loans, student loans, cars, and credit cards, just ballpark me as to what you think you owe there.
About 60,000.
60? And as far as your home goes, what would you say that your house is valued at right now?
162,000. Statement just came in.
All right. And what would you say you owe on the house?
About 102,000.
Now, if you could pay your debt off 5 to 10 years sooner, would that interest you?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. And are you currently using any of the following services? Identity theft,
No.
bill paying services,
No.
debt restoration or repair programs,
No.
credit score monitoring,
No.
debt settlement programs?
No.
Are you attending a debt freedom course or seminar?
No.
Now, if we could help you protect and monitor your identity and credit, would that be something you'd want to implement?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And if we could build a debt elimination program to help you become completely debt-free sooner than you thought possible, is there any reason you wouldn't want to implement that program?
No, not at all.
Now, is college education important for your children?
Yeah.
All right. Do y'all currently have a college fund set up?
No.
All right. But since that is important, whenever we get back together, that's definitely something we'll be able to help you with.
Okay.
Now, do you currently have a will in place?
No.
All right. But if it were affordable, would you like to have one?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll be able to help you with that as well.
Okay.
Okay. Now, auto and home insurance. What are you paying a month there, ballpark?
About 175.
Okay. And would you be open to saving money in that area?
Yes.
Okay, so we might be able to help you there also. And now, your financial game plan, or what I like to call your financial goals and dreams.
Okay.
Now, when it comes to reaching your financial goals and dreams, experts say that we should budget above and beyond what we're doing right now, about 15% of our take-home pay to get there. If we're on a little bit of a tighter budget, closer to 10%, but if you have low overhead or low expenses, closer to 20. So which best describes what you'd be able to do, 10, 15, or 20?
For right now, 10.
10? Okay. Now, Jason, let me ask you this. You're currently bringing home $4,500.
Okay.
Okay? 10% of your take-home pay right now would be $450. Now, realistically, could you set aside above and beyond what you're doing right now, $450 a month to help you get to your goals and dreams faster?
No.
No? Okay, so that'd be a little bit outside the comfort zone?
Yeah.
Then let me ask you this. What most of our clients say they feel comfortable freeing up is between about $150 and $300 a month.
Okay.
Would that be more comfortable for you?
Yeah.
Closer to 150 or closer to 300?
Closer to 3. Maybe like 250.
250? And that would be a comfortable amount that wouldn't leave you in the dark 5 nights a week eating ramen
No,
noodles?
not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
So 250 is good.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. Now, let me show you this. You said you could go above and beyond to get to your goals and dreams faster by an additional $250 a month, right? And as far as what you're currently budgeting right now, you have 5% of your income already going towards your 401k, and then the company's matching that,
Okay.
right? And right now you're making about $50,000 a year,
Right.
which means that's about $500 a month that's going back towards your retirement.
Okay.
So if we take both of those and add them together, that's $750 that we currently have to work with.
Off.
Does that make sense? Okay. Now, this is what we call the theory of decreasing responsibility.
Okay.
Okay. Now, right now, you said you're bringing in $4,500 a month. You also said you would need 100% of that replaced if you were to die prematurely. You said you felt comfortable budgeting $250 a month above and beyond to get you to your financial goals and dreams. And we already have $500 going towards retirement.
Okay.
So again, take that $250, put it there, add it together,
750.
and we have $750.
Okay.
Okay, so does that make sense where I got this?
Yeah.
Great. So I'm going to put that right down here.
Okay.
Box number 1. So we have $750. And today, we are 27 years old, we have young children, high debt, and we have a mortgage. So loss of income here would be what?
Devastating.
Devastating. So in the early years, you may need a lot of what?
Coverage.
Coverage, right? And a good rule of thumb is 8 to 10 times the amount of your income in life insurance, and then 10% of your take-home pay going towards savings.
Okay.
So since right now you're making about $50,000 a year, 10 times that means you need about $500,000 in life insurance
Okay.
to be able to replace your income. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And we typically recommend at least $15,000 on the kids. God forbid something were to happen there. Okay? So if I get you a quote on that, that's going to come out to $100 a month, and you'd be covered for the next 30 years. Now,
Okay.
if we take that $100 and we subtract it from this $750, that leaves us with $650 to go towards monthly savings. And you said you have how much in your 401k? 35,000?
Is my current one 35,000?
And 12,000 in the old, right?
Yeah. So that's
Okay. So that's $47,000 you already have saved.
okay. Wow.
Okay. Now, over the next 30 years, if you continue to save $650 a month, so 30 years at an average 9% rate of return, that is $1.7 million.
Wow.
Okay. So in the later years, when you're 30 years older, right, and it's time to retire, you better have a lot of what?
Money.
Okay. So now we're 30 years older, right? So we would be 57.
Oh, well, you gotta be younger.
You have $1.7 million in your bank account. Children are grown. Hopefully, out of the house, don't multiply and come back.
Right.
Lower debt. The mortgage is paid for. And now you want to retire. So what is needed?
Income.
Income, right? So as long as we fast forward 30 years from now, you have very little responsibility, but a whole lot of money, you would now be considered what we call self-insured.
I like that.
Okay, and so what we teach people is have the protection for the years you need it
Okay.
while you're growing your money. So that
Okay.
later in life, if you were to die here with a whole lot of money and very little responsibility, the family's still okay financially. But if you don't die early here, now you're going into retirement with a lot of money and one less bill you have to pay for.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So that is why our concept is keep insurance separate from savings or buy a term and invest the difference.
Okay.
So how does that look for both the coverage amount and the monthly premium? A too high, B too low, C just perfect.
I think it's perfect.
C just perfect. Okay. Now, are you willing to budget $100 a month to properly protect your family?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Jason, unfortunately, life insurance is not just something that you can buy. It's something you must qualify for medically. So have you had any health challenges, such as are you taking anything for high blood pressure, cholesterol, or diabetes?
Not at all.
Any cancer or heart problems?
No.
No. Okay. Now, our underwriting process takes up to about 90 days. And in order to get the qualification process started, we just need to get some basic information off your driver's license. So would you mind grabbing your driver's license for me?
No problem, man.
Thanks. And while you're up, if you don't mind, just go ahead and grab your checkbook as well, because we'll need your routing number and account number also. Sound good? Fantastic. Okay, guys. So from there, what we do is we obviously walk through the life insurance application and collect the check the first night. Okay. Now, once you've already gone through the app and collected the check, from there, we want to make sure that we are helping them in all the other areas that we talked about as we went through the analysis. So the way that we do that is this. So, Jason, tonight what we've done is we've laid the foundation for your financial home. God forbid if something were to ever happen to you, your income would still continue to come in for the family. So you get to sleep a lot better tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. But obviously there were some other areas that you said you'd like some additional help in. So let me show you this real quick. So on the back of the Theory of Decreasing Responsibility page, okay, you did say that you'd be open to saving money in auto and home insurance, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're going to need you to do is sometime tomorrow, take about 20 minutes, I need you to call that number. They're going to ask for what's called a solution number.
Okay.
Go ahead and give them, SPAT4 with the last name of Rose. It's about a 20-minute call. They're either going to let you know that, yes, we can save you money, which is great,
Yeah.
or they're going to let you know that you've already got the best rate out there, which is great news too.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, you also said that you wanted to get out of debt faster if possible.
Right.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump online for about 90 seconds. We're going to go to my.primerica.com, and we're going to watch a really short video on the Debt Watchers program through Equifax.
Okay.
If 2 minutes from now you like what you see there, we're going to go ahead and walk through these steps, and we're going to get that set up for you and get you on track to become debt free.
Okay.
Okay. Now, you also said that if it were affordable, you'd like to have a will in place.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's where prepaid legal is going to come into play, another one of our partners. Okay. And what I'd like to do is between tomorrow and the next day, we need to get back together to show you how to get on track to be able to retire with that $1.7 million.
Okay.
So would tomorrow or the next day be a better day for you to come by my office so I can show you how that's going to work?
What's today? It's Thursday.
Thursday.
Let's do Saturday.
Saturday. Would morning or afternoon be better?
Morning.
Morning. Okay. 9 or 10?
Let's do 9.
9. Okay. And I'm going to leave the address behind for you tonight so I can count on you being in my office at 9 a.m. on Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And what we'll talk about there is, what it's going to take in order to get on track to be able to end up where you want to be long term. And again, you're going to need to bring your banking information with you as well.
Okay.
And at that time, we're also going to talk more about
The legal protection.
the legal protection as well, so that we can help the family establish a will. Sound good?
Yeah, that's good.
Appreciate it, Jason.
Thanks, Dominic.
So guys, that's how you walk through start to finish, helping them in every area that we can all the way through. Obviously from there, before you leave the house, you'd also get referrals before you go. For those of you that recruit on the front end, such as I do, there would probably be about another 5 minutes of going through, what it would take to get started with our company. Save that for another day. Thanks.